say that you hit your head and you were injured.
Nobody never come up to render my assistance, ask me if
Nah,
I injure or if I want to see the medic or these things. I don't run prison.
No, you would make that request, wouldn't you?
Pardon?
You would make that request to an officer, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would have made that request.
And you made no such request.
No officer wasn't available to my rescue at the time, sir.
You made no such request.
Because no officer wasn't.
You made no such request. No.
No officer wasn't there at the time, sir. Nobody wasn't there to assist me.
Well, I'm going to suggest to you that officers were there. Officers were there with you at all points in your travel throughout that prison on that day.
No, sir.
And you knew you actively resisted because you wanted to be in the same position you are today. You didn't want it to get moved from the Georgetown prison. Isn't that why you created the scene that you did?
Move from Georgetown prison, sir?
Yeah, you knew that when they took you to reception, they would have moved you to another jail. You knew that, didn't you?
I didn't know anything, sir.
I'm going to suggest that you did.
I'm telling you, I don't know.
You said you saw fire at the door?
Smoke, black smoke, thick smoke.
You saw black smoke at Capitol Block A?
Yes, sir.
What else did you observe?
When you speaking about?
About why you were moved from the tarmac to reception.
Yes, when I meet up to the reception, I was locked in a place by myself.
You know Shaka McKenzie?
If I know him?
Yeah, you know Shaka?
Yes, I know him. He was an inmate in the same dorm with me, sir.
Right. You heard Shaka screaming and cursing at the officers. Did you hear him?
No, I never heard him.
You didn't hear Shaka screaming while you were being taken down?
No, sir.
You heard any other inmates banging doors and cursing at the officers or any of that sort of commotion?
No, sir.
You heard none of that?
No, sir.
What exactly did you heard at the point in time when you were moved from the tarmac to reception?
I never heard that inmate cause the officers. The inmates were shouting and saying, "Why y'all beating the prisoner?"
You didn't hear them threatening to kill the officers?
No,
No,
sir.
you said you saw smoke at the door?
Yes, sir. Thick smoke.
You
Coming out of the building.
Did you saw the bricks raining at the officers?
Bricks at the officers?
Yeah, did you observe that?
From where, sir? From where?
Capitol Block A.
No, I never observed that.
You saw the urine and other debris, urine and feces and everything else that were thrown at the officers?
Sir, that never occurred. I never saw that.
What do you mean that never occurred?
Well,
it's either you saw or you didn't.
I never saw that.
But you can't say that it didn't occur, can you?
While I was watching there, I never see anything like that occur in my vision. What I was seeing, I never see anything like that.
Right, but you also said just now that you didn't hear the inmates cursing at the officers. Did you say that just now?
Yes,
as well?
I say that.
Well, I'm going to suggest to you that they were.
Well, I'm telling you, I never heard that.
And you didn't hear that because is there an issue with your ears?
My ears?
Your hearing.
No, I'm here very clean, sir.
You hear very clearly.
Yes, sir.
But you just choose. I'm going to suggest to you then that you're not being candid when you say that you didn't hear inmates being abusive to officers, swearing, cursing, and carrying on.
Please rephrase the question.
I'm going to suggest to you that you're not being completely forthcoming to the panel when you say, if your ears is as clear as you say it is, that you're not being forthcoming when you testify a minute ago that you didn't observe or heard inmates swearing at officers and carrying on in a very abusive manner while you were being moved from the tarmac to the reception.
I never heard that, sir.
And I'm going to suggest as well that you're not being quite candid when you told the panel that you didn't fight the officers.
I never fight the officers. I'm talking the truth, sir.
And that you're not being completely candid when you say that you weren't being abusive, hurling expletive threats at the officers.
Sir, everything that I speak in here today and the day before I went here is the truth. And the whole truth I speak in, sir. Me and lying upon the officers, sir.
Just a minute. 5 more minutes, please.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. A moment's indulgence, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. I'm going to stick to the 5 minutes or less that you prescribed.
Much obliged.
Sir, you said you have your statement in front of you?
No, sir.
Can someone, okay, I can show him page 4 of my statement. Officer, can you come forward, please? Please show him page 4 and ask him to read the highlighted portion of his statement.
From here?
Yes, just read it aloud so that everyone can.
After my feet and hand were foot cuffed and handcuffed, the officers were lifting me by the chain of the foot cuff. While they carry me to the front, I noticed the torque. I noticed the torque to the fourth set of prisoners start running in back to the building, capital A division.
Okay, that's it. So just give that back to the officers. See, that's what I was just questioning you about the inmates running back into capital block A. You would have seen, if you observed that, you would have heard. You said you recognized Shaka McKenzie because you were in the same unit. You were in the same living unit for a while, right? You and Shaka McKenzie.
Pardon?
Yourself and Shaka McKenzie were in the same living unit, right?
Yes, sir.
And you were there for a while, right?
And where?
Capital Block A.
For a while when?
Well, you get in there in October of 2015, right?
Yes, sir.
And when did Shaka McKenzie got there?
About 4 months after I come in prison.
Right, so you lived with him for a bit.
Yeah, about 3 months.
You would have recognized his voice, right?
Yes, I know his voice.
Right. And that's what I was trying to drive at with you when I was asking you the questions. There weren't any trick questions. They were actually questions to see what really you observed and whether your observations were clear. You said you saw when the prisoners were going back into Capital Block A, the ones that were outside, right?
I never said I see them
Well,
going back. I
this is
said
what
running going back into the building.
Right, and that's what I just had you read.
Yeah, but that's not my statement.
Sorry, whose statement is this?
There's a paper you giving me there with just a piece of paragraph. I'm reading it. You told me to read it, sir.
Oh, well, this is just, well, officer, can you show the witness these all 4 pages?
Is that supposed to be his statement?
Yeah, that's his witness statement.
Copy of it? Copy of his statement?
A copy of his witness statement.
Did he sign it?
Yes, he did, on page 4.
Show him his signature.
Show him his signature on
Yes,
page
sir. I'm seeing the signature on this page. And this one. This one. I forget to work with my statements. I leave it. It was I would leave at the prison.
That's all right. The commission can give you another copy if you want another copy. Did you want another copy of your statement?
To this one.
Okay. You recognize the signature with the X's?
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature?
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Collison?
That's my signature.
And before you before you signed the statement, you would have seen, officer, can you give him back this? Can you give him back that page? No, just give it to him, it's his statement. You would have seen a lawyer for the commission when you made that utterance?
Yes, sir.
And a commissioner would have been there when you signed that statement?
Yes, sir. I alter something to my statement.
Right, and
Add something to my statement.
right, and what you just read, what I just had you read, that you just called a piece of paper, wasn't that what you added to your statement?
Sound so? Yes,
No,
sir.
not so. It wasn't that, yes or no, wasn't that what you added to your statement?
Yes, sir. It sounds like this, but I can't tell you, well, this is what I had because I don't have my own here with this. My own leave at the prison. I lodge it there and me forget to collect it.
So you're saying that you may have a statement, well, you acknowledge that that signature is yours, correct?
Yeah, yes, sir. It is my signature.
And if that signature is yours, would you not agree with me that that's a copy